Welcome back to our dollhouse. I'm Miss. Today is PSR Friday. We wear pink, we do spa, we read a book I recommend. So come along and let's do our slumber party, block party. Grab your pink champagne and today's reading is highly requested. If you were a contestant on Love Island, would you too find a Nic and Olandria type of love? I have 3 piles here. Choose wisely and meet me in your reading. Welcome, pile 1. You have the Chariot, the Empress, and the Temptress. This is your reading. So I'm getting a vision of a woman being hung. So maybe you feel like putting yourself out there like this is like you doom if you do, you doom if you don't. Some of you have part of a tribe. You might have a tribe out of this, a tribe of people who will be rooting for you or rooting against you. You might feel like this is like the survivor, you know. Maybe some of you guys even watched The Survivor. Maybe some of you guys have African descent, or some of you guys are mixed race. Some of you guys want to go in there with like a fierce attitude or kind of like a confidence about yourself. I feel like you'll be hanging around if the producers want you to hang around. I feel like some of you might go in there with possibly a victim mentality, or you stand alone, or you're very strategic. People probably like how you come across. The viewers might like how you come across. Others might have a, eh, type of feel about you. It's like you march to the own beat of your drum. Others might like you, some might dislike you. The players, the contestants, they might feel like you're a threat or you're a big part to keep around. Everyone has their own different strategies, and maybe you'll go in with your strategies. I believe you probably might not be the bombshell. You probably might be like the official person, or maybe you will meet the official person, someone that can turn you into the official person, and you be like a perfect union. I'm also getting a vibe of like, I'm also getting a vibe of like, maybe there's another guy. If you're a girl, there's another guy. Or if you are, or take what resonate. Or if you are a guy, then you have option of 2 girls. But be careful because someone can take them, a nice um romantic night hideaway. um I'm seeing a letter C and I'm seeing a letter M. I'm seeing like a night. I'm also getting a vision of like when you're on Love Island, you're not gonna know if it's night or, and I know people will be like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you clearly could see if it's night or not. Like the time, you won't know the time, and you have to be very aware of everything. I'm seeing the number 3, communication. I'm seeing the number 1. I'm seeing the number 24 and the number 22. So there's a lot of 2s. So you might even see synchronicity of 2s. Maybe that, or even a phone call. And maybe that is like a clarification that for those of you who are in pile 1, possibly really am trying to think about going forward and doing this. This is a clear cut that if you want to, it is completely up to you. Like I said, this is just for fun and entertainment purposes of doing this reading. And if I haven't made that clear, I'm making it clear right now. I also get a vibe of how people will view you, the audience, or even the contestants, how they will view you. Um, I'm getting a sense of earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, an earth sign. 3, the number 3 keeps coming up. I feel like audience will be at home watching you, like secretly rooting on for you. And okay. Okay, so group number 1, you might be a little naughty on the show. You might be, doing things under the covers, Or you have a way of looking when you're doing these challenge, and the challenge can be a little, you know, at least the season with Nick and Lolandria, that was just like something like all the weird stuff that I don't know. But it's like your face and then the guy that you're gonna be like possibly coupled up with, the way he looks at you, and like it's just going to look like it's going to look very soft if you get my drift. People are gonna be at home watching uncomfortably, but they probably like it. I can see them like with like a popcorn. It's the vision that I'm getting. Also, um, I'm getting like an ace of pentacles, like new beginnings. This is for like wealth. So if you've ever thought about going on Love Island, this is something that new beginnings and wealth that will come your way. I see that you have nice pouty lips or beautiful eyes. Maybe your eyes change colors. Maybe your eyes are blue. Maybe your eyes can look darker one moment and then lighter the next. I keep on picking up like you guys are Taurus or Capricorn, very earth sign. Maybe some of you, when you're there, it's a lot of plants. And maybe you take set, you take set, you take set. The island girl is in me. You know what? Some of you guys are island, island descent. Uh, it feels very tropical to you. I feel like some of you guys, when I mean by take set, I mean like you gravitate to a plant, or you might look at a plant, or you might have a conversation with a plant. I feel like, or maybe someone would think that you're an industry plant. Maybe when you come out, people would think that you're an industry plant. They could feel this way because maybe you will get success in a way where they feel like, oh wow, she was like an industry plant. Like you're the type of character you are is like, oh, this person seems a little too extra, a little too bold. Also, for some of you in pile one, take what resonates, please. You've been manifesting this. You've been doing the legwork. You've been possibly even following other contestants, former contestants, and you've been doing the legwork. You've been even changing your appearance, maybe dyeing your hair, tweaking up your look, doing different type of poses and shots of yourself, really doing the legwork because you've been manifesting this opportunity to come to reality. Some of you really want to be reality stars as well, is what I'm picking up. Um, also, a lot of you all with the Empress and the Chariot and the Temptress, your personality to people is very beautiful, very striking, very alluring. Men just look at you and just so super like turned on by you. You give a fair balance. You know, there's something about you that is not just attractive, but also smart. There is like you have everything in all the right places. Maybe you eat right. Maybe you're proportionate correctly. Maybe you just look great in a bikini. But you're very determined. You're very determined. I feel like a lot of you in pile one, you're very determined to win and to really take home the money, the guy, the fame, everything. So, group one. Okay, so pile one. I asked, would you find love, money, or fame by being on Love Island? And would it be worth it and why? And also, would you be clowned for being on Love Island or will you get a lot of clout for being on Love Island? So let's find out. I'm getting a vision of community, and the number 39. Maybe some of you guys are seen as being a little old than you should be on here. Maybe some of you guys have a child. Maybe some of you guys have a gap between your tooth. Maybe some of you guys feel like you're jumping through hoops or being in here. Um, I feel like there's a man behind the door. Two options. Once again, that like that love triangle. I feel like you will indeed find love. The Empress, I feel like you'll be nurtured with love. I feel like it'd be like a lot of flirting, light-hearted energy with others, where you're like kissy, kissy, poo, poo. You'd be making an effort to at least try to find love and wealth, you know? I feel like money will come your way, but it's not as much as you thought it would be. I see the number 15 and the number 27 and the number 29. I feel like you will never be able to live this down. I feel like this can be beneficial, but you would just never be able to quite live this down. You might have a dark period in your life, or maybe you do have a dark period in your life, and it's right now more than ever you need to let that darkness go. I'm seeing a lot of blue ocean. Maybe you guys see the little penguin, or little uh sea creatures in the water, and you're just like, wow, and it gives you that clarification that you're supposed to be there. I'm getting a vision of a camel. Maybe some of you guys be teased on with having like a camel toe, or people could just like see a camel toe or so. Um, or you have a lot of burden. You have to trust that you have the right resources to get through this. This might be challenging for you, or you might had a lot of challenges before, but you can really get through this if you choose to. Group number one, like that's where the temptress coming in and the chariot, push through it. So let's go into your, well, now I'm not going to do the charms. I'm going to switch it up and do the Pinterest board. So pile number one, your credit is going to be looking a lot more better. Chanel jewelry, purse, the 9 yards. Some of you will be able to get your teeth done or teeth whitening. Some of you will be like an influencer. You might get a lot of products. Um, you might be a brand ambassador. You might get a lot of roses, a lot of admirers. A lot of things will start breaking through, coming through for you. A lot of blessings. You will get a lot more money. You might even win. You'll get a lot more money than usual. Once again, Chanel handbag. You would be able to live more than just. Mm, I don't want to get a. I get a sense of like if you were middle class before, you'll be upper middle class. Like you will have much more. Especially if you use your wealth, your new form wealth, new form fame wisely. Is So this has been your reading, pile one. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Moving on to the next reading. Okay, pile number two. This is your reading. You have the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Coins. For some reason, I wanted to say pile number three. So maybe some of you in pile number two, you are considering going to pile number three. You can go there right now or finish listening to this pile right here. So what I'm picking up is that you are a person that can be a little manipulated, a little cold, a little ruthless. Like you have a competitive side to you. Maybe you're an Aquarius, possibly even a Gemini. You have a dueling personality to you. You can abuse your power if you gain power, you can abuse it. You can manipulate it. I'm getting a sense of some of you like Ace. And you want to be that cool guy or that cool girl to know how to manipulate people for your own interests. Whether you see Ace like that or you don't see Ace like that, you want to strategize something similar to that. The Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands and Hierophant, you're very focused, you're balanced, you have a responsibility. Maybe you have a lot of things back home that you have responsibility to do. So you have to make this work. You have to make it to the end is what I'm picking up for those of you who choose pile 2. You have a confidence, a leadership. You uphold your traditional value and structure. You're juggling. Oh my gosh, like I was saying, you're juggling this two personality. A lot of you could be Geminis, fiery signs, Leo, Sagittarius. You inspire others to take charge, but they can't do it like you. You're one of a kind. Like everything that you do, you know, people admire it on camera. It's like your elegance is a flex. Some of you may have dark hair. Like your elegance is a flex. And if you don't have dark hair, you probably give off this more of a brunette. Something's trying to say you're not a dumb blonde. Something's trying to say that. Something's trying to like creep through to say that. So maybe you listen to affirmation. Yeah, I also get a sense of how people will view you, like the audience itself. They would just like when they count you out, or even when producers count you out, is like I'm gonna make it to the end. The back of their mind, they're like, oh, we don't know if we want to continue with her. I'm seeing the number 16 and number 19, and I'm seeing number 19 in reverse. And when it's in reverse, it looks like a 6. So 10, 7, maybe maybe you get so feisty at times, very fiery, where you have to do some countdowns, to kind of cool yourself down. You have to hold it steady. You have to hold it steady. You're riding it till the wheels fall off, is what I'm hearing. Also, some of you guys actually do horseback riding. Some of you guys are from Atlanta. You have a nice bottom, a pointy chin, full lips. You look really good in a crop top. See these two with the wand and the two of coins, they're wearing like crop top. So you look really really good in a crop top. And these are the Mu Simga Zeta virtual tarot deck. So some of you guys are fiery. You have a fiery personality and it shows right up on the screen. Like you come on the screen and it's like, who's smoking? Maybe some people think when they look at you, like your body's smoking, your overall being is just fabulous. Number 2, would you find love like Nic and Olandria on Love Island? I get a sense of traveling possibly to Greece, or maybe some of you guys want to go to Greece or Italy, some European place, maybe even Paris. Hmm. Like a little boat, and like someone singing to you on a little boat as they paddle, and you sipping champagne. You're heartless. You're a hopeless romantic, heartless. Someone said heartless. I was trying to say hopeless, but someone was trying to like peep through and say like, oh no, heartless. So some of you guys really some people really think that you guys are really ruthless and a cold ice queen is what I'm hearing. So if you were to go on Love Islands, you would definitely find someone. Honeymoon is what I'm picking up. Wedding situation might involve marriage. Yes. So you might end up getting married to this person. It might not happen overnight, but you know, but you have to really decide if you really want to be with this person. And you have to trust the situation, trust your heart. Some of you will be like, am I really falling for this person, or is it just all an act, all a TV show? So I should not really put all my all in there, is what I'm saying. Take what resonates, group 2, And it, like I said, this is entertainment purposes only. And if I haven't said it before, I'm saying it again, especially I know I said it in pile number one, but I'm telling you pile number two. Yeah, some of you wanted to go in pile number one as well, if not pile number three. So the next question that I asked is, would you get fame, love, or money? I'm definitely seeing there could be love if you trust your heart. And would this be worth it? Or would you generate more clownery and foolery? People will be clowning you, or would this be generating more clout? Now, I feel like you're gonna find someone, you're gonna find your better half on here, or at least a close second to someone on here to be your better half. But I feel like you'll find something. Um, I don't necessarily think it would be wealth. You might get a little notoriety, but it's not enough where it can like keep you warm at night, you know? I feel like you have to be grounded, you know, and really, really figure out if this is where you want to go, like leading you to do this. Some of you are really thinking about, man, maybe I should consider going on here. Just be very grounded, take it nice and slow. Don't rush anything. I'm seeing green, a lot of green, a lot of turtle. Maybe you've seen a lot of number eights, octopus, a lot of number 10s and 36. Threes could be coming up a lot as well for you, group two. Practice shape shifting, your physical appearance, your mannerisms, your personality. Some of you guys have accents that you probably need to work on, a lot of speech therapy. Um, I feel like some of you are going to be coming up with a different personality, you know. Some of you want to be TV ready with your appearance. But definitely, I feel like you could find the one or at least close to it, pile number two. Let's move on to, well, I do not have charms, but I do have a Pinterest board. So let's move on to that. Okay, so group number two. You definitely were not looking for love. I mean, if you found it, you found it, but it was all about that money. You know, I make 50K a month. It's like you've been manifesting that. Probably started off with 5K, then 10K. You know, you keep on repeating this daily affirmations. You're probably listening to affirmations. I don't know if I said that in pile number one, but I'm definitely telling you guys this, group two. Now, love came out of this and wealth. And I believe the contestants, when they do win, they win 100K. So 50K, you're probably, do they have to split it? I really don't know. So you possibly would have to split the winning prize, or you will make that a month with ease of this new found fame. I'm getting the vision of the number two. So definitely like a partnership. Maybe you have to split it. The next, okay, so the next Pinterest image. Cash first, love later. Wow. A lot of you in group number two, it's about the money for you. Maybe you even have a lip gloss line or a deal. Maybelline, MAC. Yep, because I'm worth it. The weight. So your lip gloss is popping. Maybe people even love that about you. Audience may love that about you. I'm getting a sense like building a following, like number one, like you probably come in first place. Maybe you can even buy a car with this. Wow. So a lot of love and a lot of winnings. New adventure, traveling. Maybe you will have a house with a beautiful fireplace. You'll probably have your own place, his and hers. Maybe your signature nail color is pink. Maybe everyone will love how you do your nails. Yeah. Maybe you'll end up meeting someone within your culture or your own racial makeup, um, or someone different than your culture or your racial makeup, someone different that you never really gave a chance to, just something different. Um, so yes, that is your reading, pile number two. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, bye. Okay, pile number three. This is your reading. You have the Ace of Coins, also known as the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, and she is sitting on a throne with a crown on her head. Okay, so this is not just any other Two of Pentacles. So, what I just noticed about the card is that this is not just regular, you're not just a regular person, okay? Um, you are a queen. So even if you're juggling multiple things, you make it look so effortless. Look how you have your legs crossed. Look how she have her legs crossed. Just let that sink in. The water is underneath her and she's unfazed. Anything that is thrown your way, you manage to look elegant, poised, and classy. So regal. Your skin is always glistening and glowing. Your sweat glistens. Like you're just so effortless. Like people will be at home just trying to like even figure out like what is your beauty regimens? What is your beauty secrets? I get a sense of the Page of Pentacles. Like you manifest anything that you want. Like you're just a gift. There are going to be so much financial opportunities if you were to go on Love Island. You're a very kind person. You definitely will receive a community out of this. Like people will just love, like be fascinated by you. Probably even go to your social media to just look at you. Some will be like, oh, she's not all that. Oh, she's not that perfect. But deep down in their heart, they know that you're the shit. Okay? It'll be like you'll feel trapped sometime. Like it's a constant cycle of someone is putting you on the chopping block and you just come out there bigger and better and brighter than before. Like you're practical and peaceful and calm. It's like when there's time of like elimination, it's like while everyone's crying and everyone's feeling emotional, you're at peace. It's like if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But you know what? It will always be my time to shine. Is that exactly that's what I'm hearing. Compassion, warm and wealth. Maybe some of you guys are mothers in this pile. Very emotional. You're like not overly emotional, but you're in tune with your emotions and your heart chakra and your crown chakra. And if it is my time, let it be my time. If it is not, I'm going to ride this to the end, is what I'm picking up and hearing. Some of you guys are mature women, maybe in your 30s, 36, 39, possibly. Maybe 2025 will be the year that you indeed will be in Love Island. I'm picking up the letter C and M, the number 8. Maybe some of you will be an older contestant. A wealthy man, you will catch the eye of a wealthy man. Friday, Freaky Friday. Friday is coming at me. Maybe you even have celebrities like Chris Brown who will know your name appearing on this show. A wealthy man will come your way. You will have a high honor and high regards. People would think very highly of you. There's something regal about you and your clothes will always be together and put together. And it's like, people will always be asking you about your fashion. Like, where do you get this done? Where do you get that done? Even the contestants, they'll just be asking, they'll be like, oh my gosh, people will know, you will be known for your fashion and your poiseness. And it's like, there's just something There's something about you. There's just a personality that no one can quite match up to you. You are the show. You are the life of this show. You are the star. Like you are the it girl of the moment. You're having a moment, you know? Whether you're pretending to be this character, you will be the talk of the town. I also want to mention that a little bit more about your clothes. Like I see a lot of pink, I see a lot of white, I see a lot of earthy, grounded tone color. You wear your clothes do not wear you. You have some accessory to your clothes, maybe sunglasses, maybe stuff that you wear around your neck, your head. You'll walk in the room or somewhere and people just notice like your clothes. Your fashion is going to make a huge statement. Your fashion is going to be a part of your brand. I feel like you're going to walk in there already knowing how you want your brand, and you're going to always have some sort of like some of your clothes, not necessarily all, but it's going to have a logo of some sort. It's like, and you're going to take that and make that into a brand, a bigger brand. And it's very smart and very, I don't know why I'm saying that, but it is what it is. For those of you who are watching in pile three, I'm also getting a sense of how people will view you as well. Not just your personality, but how will people view you, audience? I'm getting a Capricorn, Taurus, earthy sign. The Five of Pentacles. You're just letting it all hang out. Like people are just watching you. Some may see you as clumsy or very cluttered, like you're all over the place, or you just say what's on your mind. You release without a care in the world of judgment. Um, it's like you're so refined and put together with your clothes, and then you just say something super goofy. I'm getting a sense of like, like a chicken underneath the sea or something like that. Like Jessica Simpson, like you'll say something and it's like, what? And it's like you just have no care in the world. It's like, take me for who I am. Not necessarily dumb or airheadish. Not saying that Jessica Simpson was any of those things. I think she was very um strategic. But you're going to be even more strategic. So, yeah, let's move on to the next. So, group number three. Will you find love, fame, or money? I'm getting a definite yes. Like, yes for a soulmate to come through. But you're going to have to release an ex. Some of you are still legally married and you might have to sign a divorce paper. The time has come for you to clear your energy, group three. Um, because this could be a hindrance. You're probably seeing a lot of ex, and when you see a lot of ex, there's someone that's actually putting a spell to bind you to them. If it's been a really long time since you've been dating, you know, if you see a lot of X, like if you drop something and then it makes an X or whatever it may be, um, someone is constantly trying to bind you to them, preferably an X. Uh, I'm also getting a vision of the number 9, 11, 18, 8. Maybe you have a child with this person, maybe a baby girl with this person. Maybe your baby girl is very beautiful, very striking. Maybe your baby girl like the color pink, purple, white, fuchsia. So I feel like you'll win money and it'll bring a huge change, maybe even a move. I'm seeing a lot of number 777. A sudden wealth. Being on Love Island will be a sudden wealth. And if you have a child or if you're working on some sort of project, you will be able to nurture it the best way because wealth will generate. I'm also seeing like there's a faulty person, maybe someone with red head or who have like not so nice. They're not the nicest person. Sneaky, a falseful person. So just be very careful. I'm getting the initials W or an N as in Nancy, or W as in William, C as in cat, M as in Mary, a Q as in quilt, an R as in Roger. I'm seeing those letters come to me right now. I feel like if you're on the show Love Island, they'll do like a masquerade or or a very Bridgerton type of episode, and it'd be very sexy, and you might end up kissing someone or someone end up kissing you. Falseful person or false hope. So just be very strategic on how you go on the show and how you're portrayed on the show and off the show. Be very strategic because you are indeed a walking brand, group 3. Even if the other groups wasn't necessarily a walking brand, you sure as hell are group 3. You are definitely a walking brand, okay? I'm picking up that extremely strongly for you, group 3. Okay, so what would it be? Excuse me. Would it be worth it for you to go on Love Island? And would it be more of you getting clowned or more of you getting clout? So what would it be? I feel like some of you guys would be seeing a lot of deers, or maybe some of you guys would talk like very like Queen Elizabeth, or have like a very nonchalant, proper way of speaking. And you have to stand tall. Yes, very regal. You have to stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what. Others will treat you with respect that you deserve. I feel like a lot of you guys are like Capricorn, Taurus, earthy sign, and some like water sign like Aquarius or possibly Gemini. Oh, so I feel like a lot of you all have different dueling personalities. A sex kitten when you need to be, a fashionista when you need to be. And I don't want to say awkward, but like kind of a doughy eye and a little naive and innocent and oh my, let me grab my pearls, darling. Very Southern Belle. Some of you guys are Southern Belles at times. You know, no one knows what personality they're going to get with you. And that makes for really great television. Something wants me to say that makes for really great television. The producers in the background is probably saying that makes for really great television and we like her. You make people stop and do a double take and just stare at you like, wow. You get support from a lot. You're going to get support from a lot of people. A lot of people are going to want to be your friends, Facebook friends, social media. Definitely see a lot of people running to your social media and just want to like get to know you. Out of all the piles, I feel like this pile, group 3, you guys are going to be really, really, really famous. Like, this is going to turn 15 minutes into like 15 years or 18 years. 18 years. 18 years. You thought, 18 years. Like, I get a sense of like, yeah. Like you might have some hiccups in these years, but you know what? Controversy, like a lot. I get a sense of like, you see how Kanye West is so, out there. I feel like that's the kooky. I feel like you say things, but you make people fascinated and watch, and and also I get a sense that you're more talented than anyone who have ever been on the show. You see how Cardi B had a breakout season from Love and Hip Hop. I feel like that is going to be the same thing with you. But instead of being somebody from the Bronx, I feel like you're more of a Southern Belle or Southern Belle charm. It's giving me very much Jessica Simpson in a way. But you don't necessarily have to be a blonde. Okay, pile 3. Instead of your charms, I'm switching it up and moving over to a Pinterest board. So these are the images that I pulled for you for your Pinterest board. You have the Grammy. Some of you guys are musicians, maybe rappers, maybe singers, maybe entertainers. And you're going to receive a Grammy. Maybe some of you guys are writers and you write for artists, or you will be able to write for artists. You know, appearing on Love Island, it will be able to open up other opportunities, possibly even for writing for people, even possibly even a book of some sort where you can be an audible book of some sort. But definitely you know, you're gonna have that ability to do that. Next, boss lady. So you're gonna be traveling, you're gonna be making money, you probably even be on Vogue or an editor of some sort. You will really be taking that 15 minutes and really using it best to your ability. You know, probably out of all the contestants, you will be the most rememberable and recognizable one. You probably get a Hollywood Walk of Fame, a stadium, singing up, probably being at Hollywood parties, maybe the Met Gala, different appearance, different places. You will be a household name. This 15 minutes of fame, your 15 minutes of fame on a Love Island show will turn and multiply, and you will be you. I'm just getting a sense that pile three, if done right, you could be a huge star. So whoever will be watching this, just know that you heard it here first. So so pile number three, that was your reading. So much for tuning in to our dollhouse. Mwah. Till next time. Feel free to drop your comments down below in our dollhouse mailbox. If you have another house meeting topic that you would like us to go over, or you enjoy this house meeting topic and you want to add to it by just leaving a comment, feel free to do just that by dropping your comments down below in our dollhouse mailbox. Before we close this house meeting, may we all please stand to recite our daily affirmation. We are worthy sisterhood of Mu Sigma Zeta. We stand proudly in the IR community. We receive abundance daily. We are irresistibly desirable always. We love outwards and receive love inwards. We do not decenter from men. However, strategize to get ring on finger from them. We receive all universe blessings. Our swirler pretty privilege. Open all possible doors. So it be. Say I. Sling, 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 sling. And remember, they're pretty too, but we're swirler pretty. Like and subscribe. Later, Slayers.